Hello, Aquarius sis.
Good to see ya.
All right, let's see what we got going on for you for October 2017. If you want a reading, you can contact me at Librawoman77 at yahoo.com. All right. All right. Looks like you guys are overcoming grief from walking away from a third party situation. And it was kind of hard for you to walk away from it, but you've already went through your hermit stage. You withdrew, contemplated, sought the light through spirituality, and you've concluded that it would be in your best interest to keep it pushing. And I see you slowly. The Knight of Coins does things slowly. I see you slowly, one day at a time, moving forward. But I do feel that you still feel this loss. The Five of Earth is what covers the reading. And it represents feeling left out in the cold, but also that feeling of left out in the cold. I see you just on fire about something that's really gotten your gooses going. It could be film, the moon for some people. It could be a passion. You know, the way to an Aquarius's heart is to find out what they really, really, really want to do and help them do that. I see your card up here. You could have been working or dealing with another air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But yeah, it looked like you cut. See, by the time we get the King of Coins to judge a matter, he goes through like the systems to do it. So there could have been a change in phone number. You could have completely shut down your social media or just blocked them from your social media. But communication is severed, and that's it. There really isn't no if, and, buts about it as far as you're concerned, because the king don't play. The only thing that I can see that will hinder that decision is the low self-esteem card, the Nine of Swords, which represents a deformed way of thinking, sick thinking. Whatever the situation is, you were in your right mind enough to know that this situation was not healthy and was not good for you. You could have been dealing with a Taurus, but the Taurus is behind you. I don't see any earth signs in the future, but let's go. We'll see. That's just 30 days. The Taurus is behind you. A Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius is coming in behind you. You could have been dealing with somebody who was married and they, or you could be married and you had a side chick and you have had to maybe take some legal actions, or legal actions were taken against you, or you just seriously sever ties, but very gracefully. Yeah, I see a graceful exit. I feel like what you miss more than anything is the friendship, because I don't really feel like deep in your heart you felt like they were the one. I feel like you could have made it work, but they didn't have the characteristics that you were looking for in a long-term union, but you liked them enough to make it work. It was like slow and steady wins the race, and they were coming at you slow and steady. But for the rest of this month, some of you are going to be dealing with an attorney, legal concerns, or moving forward and bringing some type of passion onto the scene in a way in which transactions are happening. And that fire, that passion is going to help you get over the sadness and despair that you feel as you go through a natural healing, because they weren't good for you. This wasn't a companion. Not with the moon. The moon talks about mommy issues, daddy issues. Perhaps you had attracted somebody that you could heal some old wounds with so that you can get your partner. But I see you getting strong, and I see a new love coming to you. You guys may live in different places, or you and the new love are just going to have some logistics to figure out, but you're going to figure it out. I see you being afraid of this new love too. I also see you being, fearing that maybe you won't fall in love. But you're wrong, because I see new love. Now, for some of you, despite having, blocked or changed your number, it looks like this person may try and contact you back, because sometimes the Ace of Cups can talk about a resurgence of a relationship. But it looks like you're not going to have it. It looks like, it looks like the Aquarius, you're going to really have to, it looks like the Aquarius would deal with this person if they were not in a third party situation, and they mean it. They mean it. The third party situation is not really accustomed to people leaving them. It looks like they have learned how to manipulate, maneuver, deny, and create illusions so well that most people fall under their spell. But and you did, but what's love got to do with it? You're like, I do love you, but gotta go. And I think that, just like the Scorpio readings, so some of you could be dealing with the Scorpio. I think that some of you would say, the Aquarius would say to you, just because I let you go didn't mean that I wanted to. Sometimes timing is everything. And perhaps it was the other way. Maybe the Aquarius, or maybe you left the Aquarius. And you, Aquarius, you're left hurt because you missed a friendship. And Aquarius will be more hurt over a friend walking away than a lover any day. So obviously you guys had some pretty strong connections with each other. But for your own sanity, you had to walk away, and it was very difficult. And you're still going through the grieving processes of that. And that's what you're going to be kind of going through for the month of October. But just the last endings of it. The worst part is over. The worst is over. I don't even see some of the bad cards in here. The Three of Swords reverse is great as far as getting over something that hurts. And your pain is crowned by the King of Swords. So that's a pretty rough, strong, intellectually logical man who rules by logic. It's like, you're married. I want you. Are you gonna get a divorce? No. Well, I get that. It hurts very deeply, but I gotta go because I want to be married, right? So then the lesson here is, if you want to be married, you might want to leave people who are already committed alone. That's like going to the hardware store for milk, okay? But some of you keep on going around and around and around this circle of unavailable people, because the Three of Swords reverse to me talks about old pain recycling. I don't see it as just all the time getting out, especially with the moon, with the mommy card there. Some of you have went deep within, and you know this already. Okay? Others of you are experiencing lack financially because of a lack mentality, but I do feel that you're taking actions and you're moving towards signing some type of documents or contracts, or I do see you moving towards being really bold and speaking your mind and basically balancing out your mental and emotional considerations. Yeah, so basically I just see you guys moving forward very powerfully with some type of business idea or movement forward, and it doesn't look like it's going to be loved or liked or understood by everybody, but I do see you having the strength to move forward anyway with it. And I do feel that it's going to be like a mixed blessing, like you'll lose something and then you'll gain something. It's like what you lose, you gain in character and in strength. Okay, Aquarius, so sorry for the camera shaking. I got a tripod here, but still kind of new with using it. Yeah, so it appears that you're coming in the month with lack, and it looks like you're going to do something maybe a little innovative or pioneering. And a lot of people want to do it, but they are afraid of how maybe their boss or the public or your audience or the people, the critics or whatever, how they're going to feel about it. So it's like you've left maybe a traditional way of doing something behind, and you're moving to an unorthodox approach to doing something, because the King of Swords can be something unorthodox that includes transactions. And it looks like it's going to require a lot of work on your behalf. But I see that people are going to feel like you switched up on them, okay? Or maybe somebody switched up on you. This could be vice versa. Maybe somebody all of a sudden said, well, I originally said it was 1,000, but now it's 5,000 or whatever. Let's just use the Aquarius as an example to finish the thought. And the thought is maybe you switched up on someone in business, and the switch up has caused people to fall. Maybe it's like it's just some people are leaving. Maybe you've changed your prices. Maybe you've changed how you do things. And the switch up is causing a lot of despair and turmoil for you, or how people are responding is really shaking you at the core. But it's something that feels emotionally right to you. And everybody is not going to accept that. You're going to offer it and everybody's not going to want it. But there will be a new group of people. There will be a new person, a new water sign, a new group of intuitives, I don't know, whatever you're doing, it looks like there's going to be a new group that's really going to appreciate that. But it's going to require a lot of work on your behalf. And that's why some of you don't want to get into a relationship right now, because you're on fire about this something that you want to, that's a little, I don't know, some new start that you want to do, that you are absolutely on fire about, that gets your mind off of the married person and moves you onto your own path. It could be something that deals with film, broadcasting. And the cards are saying, stand your ground, but you will lose, but you will also gain. And the ultimate answer for the next 30 days, with you taking this really unorthodox approach that's going to stir a lot of people up, you can't help it, is the planet Uranus. It just automatically erupts for no reason all the time. That's just how it is. So, but ultimately, this is your reward. But you ain't going to like it. It ain't going to be pretty. Okay, you might get a whole bunch of customer complaints. You may get people jealous and talking about you. Maybe you'll get some customers that will leave. But your final answer is the 10 of coins. And, oh, Jesus. Okay, guys, thank you for being patient. This is a new little way of using the tripod. Anyway, the 10 of Earth next to the Tower reverse is like after the shakeup, then you'll have financial and family stability. I do see that home and family security is quite central to this card. Home and family security are central to this card. And property sales are often indicated. Sometimes, yeah, like you might just be really sincerely thinking about real estate. It shows a material possession, some that could be passed on through generations. And with the King of Swords there, which talks about some type of like bureaucracy, some of you could be trying to buy a house. Some of you could be on Section 8 and you're going to be dealing with Section 8 papers, or you're going to be dealing with HUD, or you're going to be dealing with the documents for a deed. I just see you dealing with something that deals with transactions and material wealth and success. It can represent a large sum of money, or definitely an increase in finances. So, but it comes as a result of being emotionally stirred up and feeling absolute loss and despair. It's almost like, I don't know if you feel like it's worth it, but you don't have any other choice because it's going in the direction that feels right for you. But I do feel that this new direction, you're going to have to pay a price. You see, I feel that if you go in this new direction, there's going to be feelings of suffering and disappointment and despair, mainly because of that love situation, maybe that just shook up. It was just over, and you had to move on. And so as a result of moving on, maybe you're kind of overdoing something outside of divine timing. So I would just encourage you, in order to not stir things up too much with your clientele or with your job or with your business or whatever this is regarding, is just make sure you balance your emotions. You have to grieve, but also move forward and just let divine timing guide you. All right? Okay. All right. So if you want a reading, contact me at Librawoman77 at yahoo.com. God bless you.